this joint. NfL the
GNT Sports Talk coming right back at it one more time with another episode 83. We got a lot to get into. Some NFL free agency, some LeBron James talk. Let's get into it. All right, now normally what I like to do is at least post the cover of what the episode is, like as soon as, we jump on. But I'm not going to do that this time because I messed up. And I'm pretty sure that the crew is going to mess with me about it. So just hang on tight and wait till you hear this story. But until then, my boys is in the building. Tone the promoter.
Yo, what's going on, GNT Sports World, man? Thank you for tapping that episode 83. Wow, man, we climbing the charts, man. Let's talk about it, man. Let's get it.
Bird gang in the building.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Your boy Joel here. Let's get it. You already know, episode 83.
Crazy, man. 83 episodes in. Yo, do y'all remember like episode 1? Yeah, I know it was a long time ago, but man, like 83 is crazy to me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, episode 1, man. Episode 1. I forget. I'll see what the anniversary was in August, so I think back then, when I was looking up that first episode, I believe I put a clip up there. And it was the intro, man. The intro for me, like just our interaction, like I think Joel didn't even say much. He was just like, "Yo," like you know what I mean, like "Yo, I'm just gonna let Tone say something."
Yeah.
Like and I remember, what I'm saying, just obviously making a statement, man, and saying how like UCAP, what I mean, we've been talking about it for a long time and finally made it happen. You know what I mean? Episode 83, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a journey, a long time coming, pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this journey, man, like, we stuck with it, man. And we here, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would say building a lot of, relationships, man, networking, meeting a lot of people, man. That's what's great about this whole thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Just networking, getting to know the people and branching off and for people obviously to know who we are, you know what I'm saying, as a unit, man. So I like that for us, man.
Yo, just so you know, see, one of the connections, folks that we know is already messing with me already. Let me post this right now. It may not say it all the way. Taya is in the building on IG. She said, Gino got traded. You should be good now, Cap. Already.
And he not. And that's the crazy thing. Even though Gino got traded, he is not. Gino is interrupting text messages now. Like, this dude can't read text messages now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why my guy didn't want to show the cover. Hey, no, come on, Cap. You got to show the cover because they got to know the backstory first. Like show the cover, man. Show the cover. All right, so as y'all see, obviously y'all see us, what I'm saying, to my left. But you see in the corner where it says, or we see LeBron and Steph having an Olympic moment, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was cool. That was great. We talked about that actually, you know what I'm saying, after that happened. But via text messaging, as far as what we gonna talk about tonight, and through text messaging, man, Joel, I think he replied first and said, "Hey, man, let's talk about Stephen A. and LeBron James confrontation, and some NFL news here and there." And I rebutted, and I was going to say the same thing. So about 2 minutes as we're coming on air, Cat wants to drop the cover. We're like, what the hell is LeBron and Steph doing? He said, that's what y'all text. He was like, yo, what's going on between LeBron and Steph, man? What's happening, man? They want to play with each other next summer? Like, what's going on? I was like, no, I don't know. What are you talking about, LeBron and Steph? They play for two different teams. What are we talking about, man? He said, well, y'all text and said that they was about to. I was like, oh, man, here we go. Here we go.
Hey, do we have it on the
Gino.
soundboard? That noise.
Yeah, damn. No, Gino getting traded is probably. No, I want him back in Seattle because we ain't never had this miscommunication. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Ever.
know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I think we need Gino back to Seattle. At least he was just only messing with the Wi-Fi, not the tech. Now the text messenger is getting in the
I
Wi-Fi.
put Stephen A. though. Just I ain't know how to put Smith on there.
So,
Like what?
He thought you just accidentally pressed the A, like when you was
Stephen
trying to
A.
put set.
and LeBron.
okay, first off, okay, you're not going to go. No, that's not going to happen. First off,
Yo,
Joel, you said Stephen. You said Steph. You didn't say no
That's how you spell
Steven.
it.
You
That's how you
said
spell
Steph.
Stephen A. Smith. The
You said
same way.
you said Steph. You said Steph A. So you put in the abbreviation. I'm supposed to just be able to just catch on to what you're saying.
all
So
right. So okay. So what
and
about
LeBron.
the text message
So what?
before?
I ain't say Steph C.
He said, he said Steph wanted to go to LA. He forgot the L. Like what? Like cat. Why Steph and LeBron? Man?
Because I see Steph. No, can y'all see this?
You see
I don't know if
Steph?
I can see that. See that? I say Steph and LeBron. Steph.
Wait.
Steph, it says.
All
Steph.
right. What?
Clear up,
All right.
camera. It
What?
says Steph.
What did I text?
I was already working.
What? No, I mean that's what I text. I was already working.
No. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
already working.
I know what you said.
He
I
already
asked what
got.
did I.
He landed on the foundation.
I said what did I text?
I wasn't paying attention to it because I saw that and I saw that you liked it. And that was it. That was good. I said,
Oh,
all
so you
right, I'm
don't.
running
Oh,
with
so
it.
you don't read my text messages. What you saying?
I do read it. I didn't read it
But you
because
just.
you
But
liked his.
Yeah,
But
we should have
I
let
didn't know.
Larry
You
go
had to go
first and
online.
get his take on Steph and LeBron. Then me and you would have talked about Stephen A. and LeBron. You would be like, what the hell? Hold on, wait, what are y'all talking about?
right. He'd have been like, man, that Olympic run was crazy, right? You know what I mean? Like they was both going back and forth, going and on, and B was on the sideline. Well, he'd have been
Oh
like, yeah,
man.
that was all great, Larry. But anyway, Stephen A. had said,
Whew.
Oh, God.
"Hey,
That's
cat,
good.
man, I
Dun,
love you,
dun,
bro.
dun,
I love you,
dun,
bro."
dun.
Okay. Let's get into it. No more.
I mean, well, speaking of Steph and LeBron, both of their teams have been doing good since the trade. I mean, that's the correlation I guess you can make between the two tonight. Good job, Cat. So the cover still works. My God.
Absolutely. That's what I do. I think beyond the cover of a text message.
So you messed up on purpose. Okay, my man.
Someone's mess up is someone's purpose move forward. That's
Okay.
Bible.
What's that? The Book of Cat? Like what?
I'm
Yeah.
sending
What's that?
pictures next time, bro.
Yeah.
I'm better with Pictionary.
No, see,
No, you might have to call him.
I assumed you saw when I was on the GNT chat on IG. I sent the video of them like with the whole confrontation thing. So I'm assuming you saw that. That's why I put Steph A, but I ain't know how to be super specific from now on.
Hey, no,
The
hey
light skinned
Joe.
brother in Golden State.
The guy with no hairline, man. That's what
Yeah.
he should.
Oh
And
man.
Ty is on IG like no cap.
Listen, we're gonna put it to a vote.
Again,
Short clip.
Again, he said again.
Short
again,
clip.
Yeah,
y'all put
this,
something simple for y'all. All right, forget me.
yeah,
Just drop me out.
this is reoccurring, man. We got yeah, it got to be again. It has to be.
Hey, look. All right. So Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James had a conversation, a deep conversation on the sidelines of the Lakers game. Now, we already talked about this from the very, 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 very beginning. We might not have had talked about it in depth of like a media member talking and LeBron like kind of reacting to it. But we clearly talked about how the fact that, if this guy don't come like on the scene on fire, that people's going to be saying stuff. And is LeBron ready for that type of smoke about his son? We talked about this about like 4 months ago. So now this time is upon us. Stephen A. Smith, word said, y'all guys go ahead and take it over.
Yeah, I mean, I'll jump in first because I know Tone's gonna cook on this one. But yeah, it really wasn't that much of a conversation on the sideline. It was more so LeBron approaching Stephen A. Smith, just to be clear for Larry. But he approached him about, Stephen A. talking about his son, but he really wasn't. He said, keep my son's name out your mouth, all that stuff. And, according to the sources and Stephen A., after everything came out and he said what he said. But, it was something that we touched on, pause, on this podcast a while back when he got his son drafted to LA, where he said, hey, my son ain't gonna play anywhere but LA and all that stuff. And he set the foundation and set him up basically. And that's actually what Stephen A was talking about. More so, not his son, his play or anything like that. It was more so him specifically talking about LeBron putting his son in the situation. So, they had that altercation. Well, really, LeBron was talking to him on the sideline. This was like literally the day of or the day after, Stephen A got that huge contract that he got. And he was with some people there and he was like, and he spoke on it on another podcast and stuff like that, specifically talking about like, look, I could have acted out on there. I just got a contract, like he had to play his position and just say, all right, cool. But then he talked about it further after, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. So I'll let Tone, chime in on this topic.
Yeah. Well, Cap said, and Joel obviously just said, like we talked about this before the draft, after his season, even maybe after so much when he had the heart issue, at USC. We just thought that he should have just went back to school. Not so much that we didn't think he was good enough or anything like that, but just because of that, like what I mean, you had that setback. Um, I don't know if it was just like this year or not even next year it could have been, because I'm sure LeBron's going to play again. Next season. I don't think he's going to call it quits after this year. So, but it was just get him in there now, right? And no, I wasn't mad or upset about the nepotism part of it. Like, you know what I'm saying, getting them, in the league and, whatever, because apparently, obviously, the NBA execs, they get their sons, nephews, cousins, brothers, aunts, uncles, what I mean, jobs or whatever within the organization. Cool. You know what I mean? That wasn't really the issue. The issue was just that, like, we just knew the stature, that LeBron holds, not even just in the league, just in the history of the game. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, debated as the greatest of all time. So,
Larry, you good? Oh, all right, Gino. But just to jump in, I don't know what's going on with Tone's end. But Yeah, right. But yeah, like Tone was saying, I lost track where he was at, but I know we specifically talked about it, but we were talking about more from a player standpoint on the court. People jumping in and kind of like talking about his son on the on the court, on and off, not on and off the court, mainly on the court, where I specifically remember and recall myself saying like, if I'm defending LeBron and just through natural basketball, like if you ever played in a park or in school or anything like that, like you just jaw back at each other. Hey, like, no, get out of here, whatever, like just that back and forth talk as you guys are playing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
that was more so what I thought was going to happen. Someone like on the floor would say something to Bronny, and then LeBron would be like, yo, like, who you talking to? Something like that. But it basically came out that it was actual analysts and stuff like that, and Stephen A, and that's what ended up happening. And it just speaks to what we already thought about before the season, before he got drafted, and all that stuff. And him, and I don't want to say that he hasn't earned the right to be in the NBA, but more so that you know these are the type of things when like Tone was saying, the nepotism, that's cool and all, it happens everywhere, wherever you could pull someone in from your own family for employment or whatever, or get them a little further ahead or move them to the front of the line. Obviously, you're going to try to do that within your power and within reason. But I think that's the biggest thing. The key word with that statement that I just said, within reason. You got your son to the front of the line, and then now you put him in harm's way because look what's happening, look what's unfolding. People are, he's being exposed. He wasn't ready for the moment and anything like that. And he's still developing at a young age. And you had the whole heart condition and all that stuff. But, this is what it comes with. And, unfortunately, it's something that is blowing up. And it's a lot of people. I mean, me personally, like, I haven't seen anybody that has taking LeBron's side because of the fact that, you know, yeah, if he was talking about LeBron and Bronny and his play, that's one thing. But he was really talking about LeBron specifically as to all the things that he did to put him in this situation, and he was talking about him from that standpoint, not really about Bronny and his play, because he's still young and he's still developing and all those type things.
hear me. Yeah, I definitely agree. And it's one of those things of, in all honesty, it's, I mean, looking at it from the point of view of a parent, like I'm always going to do whatever I can to make sure that my child has everything that's possible that's in my power. But the problem is with someone in that like level of just being around people. What I mean? Like, you have the camera on you constantly. LeBron, you can't defend your child against everybody, bro. Like, you just can't. What I mean? And as much as he was not really criticized, but remember when he was in high school, he was already calling him the chosen one. That was already calling him, the next, all that stuff. But he didn't have anybody that was there to protect him, and look where he's at. So there has to be a point where you go like, you know what, I can't fight this battle against everybody. What I mean? And the pick and choose, maybe because Stephen A was there, he like, this is my opportunity. Maybe if that was anybody else, maybe if Perkins said something that was out of pocket in LeBron's eyes, and he saw Perkins, he would went to him on the side. We don't know exactly how far or how many people he would have actually talked to, but it just so happened to be Stephen A there, so therefore he said something to him. We don't know how
Yeah,
many times he said something to everybody else.
yeah. Well, the thing was too, Stephen A. went into it a little bit during the podcast that he was on, and he specifically said earlier in that game that he recalled Bronny kind of like looking over, and then like LeBron looked at him, and then he looked over, and then he saw like like he saw him looking at Stephen A. and like a little distraction type thing, and then because it didn't even happen at the end of the game, this thing happened like in the third quarter. Like it wasn't even like a after the game or a halftime thing. It was like literally in the third quarter. But it was just wild, man, because it's something that, again, it didn't play out the way we thought it would with another player on the floor. And I think that's just more so probably looking back at it, probably like the players on the floor got a little bit more respect for the player and, know that's LeBron's son. So they probably like, I'm not going to go there or anything like that. But, it for anybody doing a podcast, anybody that's an influencer, any analyst, anything like that, all bets are off because everybody got an opinion and they're going to say what they want to say about his play, about the game, or, in this case, like Stephen A was specifically pointing out how it was more so about LeBron putting him in this position, you know, where, I don't want to say he's failing, but he's struggling to, get to where he wants to be. And you talked about a little bit like, yeah, as a father, I would want to put my kids in the best position, but also with that comes the responsibility of being honest. So it's like, bro, like it is a very fine line where you have to be, very harsh and honest sometimes because of the fact that, they might not be ready or they might not be prepared or, the foundation ain't there yet. So they're going to be struggling a little bit. So you kind of want to like, have that heart to heart talk and scale it back versus just saying, yeah, don't worry about it. You're going to be all right and this and this and that. But you know what I mean? Like, and again, just this is just me assuming, in a household where his wife is there, she knows her son's probably struggling on the floor, so she's talking to him and she's hearing the outside noise. So, if that's your lady, she's in your ear like, you heard what he said, this and that. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but it's a possibility that that's something that could happen where it's like, yo, like, you not going to say nothing to this man that keep talking about our son, X, Y, and Z or something to that effect. Or it could be his brother saying like, yo, you heard what he said or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of different elements that come into play with it. And man, it's just like, you guys know, you guys are father, man. As soon as it comes to the kids, it's like all that professionalism and all that is to the side. And it's like, you going right at them. So, I don't blame LeBron, but at the same time, to Stephen A's point, is like, listen, you the one that created all this. You the one that said, hey, I want him to go get drafted. He's not going to play anywhere but LA. And all those things kept, building up, and this is where we're at. And unfortunately, this is exactly, how things are unfolding. And, now that is a lot more spotlight on it, people are, see, and, you're going to have people just using it just to get that limelight or get that cloud off of it. So we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Think
man.
about
First off, I want to just say that it wasn't even Gino that obviously knocked me off. My damn, like, what I mean? I got a beef with my uncle, man. I guess he going. How you break through the damn do not disturb, man? Like I got do not disturb on for you. Got to call twice in a row for you to break the. What is you doing, bro? I'm filming here, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have some choice words for him after I get off of this pod, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like he interrupted, obviously, the point I was, what I'm saying, making about the Brian and Stephen A, situation, man. But I ain't gonna get back in all that because I even forgot where I even left off with that at. But what I will say though is that you know, just being LeBron James or being any of a great, in the game, man, if your kids play, what I'm saying, the sport that you play, what I mean, just because they're affiliated with your name, they're gonna think that you should be the next, becoming of your dad. You know what I'm saying? That's just the burden that's just gonna come with anybody, like I said, like of LeBron's type of stature. Like if Jordan's son would have did it, what I'm saying, if Magic Johnson would have had a son that was, what I'm saying, I'm sure, what I'm saying, like just when you're great in the game, they expect the kid to be, if not, as good, even better. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it plays out, that way. But normally the dad don't be, that great. But you know what I'm saying? He was going to have that on his head regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
of who his dad was. So he was going to carry a burden throughout. the league, period. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it could have been lessened, or maybe the pressure, may have not been as heightened if, he didn't put a stamp on it, or, try to say, you tweet out that, your son is better than half of the guys that you see that's playing, at that particular night. And no, it's not a knock that you say this or that you tweet this, what I'm saying, or whatever. No, not whatsoever. Because if that's the way you feel about your kid, that's your kid. So I don't think anybody can get in the way of that. But being LeBron James, or being like the stature that he has and the platform that he has,
Mhm.
they gonna see that and they gonna chew that up, pause, and they gonna be like, okay, so if he's signing off saying that he's better than half the people in the league, or whatever game he was watching that particular night, that's what you're LeBron James. So that's what everybody gonna believe. That's what they're gonna
Mhm.
want to see, and you know Stephen A. pretty much was, I guess, saying like, what I'm saying, the criticism and everything that this kid is getting, what I'm saying, pretty much from people like us, or even the bigger sports media outlets, and, scouts and whatever across America, they going to look at it with a fine tooth comb, man. And,
Mhm.
he's going to get criticized for everything, everything, you know what I'm saying? And he's going to go through it. And if you sign it off on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that he should have, just like Stephen A. said, man, just let the kid earn it. Like, yes, he was going to make the NBA. Like, I don't let's not get that. You know what I'm saying? I guess,
Mhm.
let's not get that out of our minds. This dude was going to make the NBA because he
Yeah.
does. Obviously, who his dad is, the training that he, what I'm saying, I'm sure he has. He has the skill set. You know what I'm saying? We was just saying at the particular time that he was, put his name in the hat to be drafted. Just didn't think he was ready. Not a knock on him, saying, oh, he never would be anything, or amount into anything. You know what I'm saying? That was, the writing was on the wall with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We knew you was gonna get in there. And then it was just, if it solely had to just be because your last name is James, then so be it. But just like I'm on that same podcast that Joel is saying that Stephen A was on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had Kenyon Martin, you know what I'm saying? He was saying that, he said what he told his son was, is that he was like, I see that you have the potential, you have everything in your game to be a NBA player. He said, this is what he told his son. But he said, but what he also told him was to, but just make sure you just get better. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
you just work at your game and you just get better. Like, you have everything that you need, just get better. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, of course, that got him. Obviously, he's 5 years in. He's had some, good runs,
Yeah.
with certain teams, made some impacts. And still having a job. No, he ain't really laying anywhere secure. You know what I'm saying? And, what I'm saying, do that. But he's keeping himself employed, in the NBA. But yeah, man. And then Nick Young even asked Stephen A. He was like, well, so are you saying that we can't, like, like, hype our kids up or uplift our kids, and, say that they are better than, people in the NBA? You know what I'm saying? And King Martin was like, oh no, like, yes, you can, but he was just like, we gotta be, like, truthful. We gotta be, smart about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, you can think your son is, what I'm saying, amazing. But if he's not like top, whatever, 50, 10, 20, whatever, then, what I'm saying, why put him out there like that, or put him on, have a bullseye on his back, like, oh, all right, well, shit, he signed off on him, so we expect him to come in the league and, be this, that, and the third. And when it don't turn out to be that way, the criticism is going to be heightened. You know what I'm saying? The bad talk is going to be this. And of course, any kind of negativity, any kind of, outlet put out there, or any platform put out there, people going to grab that. They going to, what I'm saying? They want to, dive into that. Who, what I'm saying, other than that Stephen A. Smith, or, these big sports outlets, man, want to say anything about LeBron or Bronny, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be must see TV or must clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's talk about this. What they have to say about that? Like, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's a little bit of, this and that, man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, these kind of situations, man. You know what I'm saying? You jab at it. You talk about. Look, we're talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, but it has to be. You know what I'm saying? Because another thing too is, and I'm not siding with anything. You know what I'm saying? Because, if it was about, his kid, and like I said, man, nobody. we all feel a way about our children. You know what I'm saying? We all love them our own particular way. So we don't care how other people view. I mean, you know what I'm saying, our kids. You know what I'm saying, because we're raising them, we love them, and that's just what we set forth in those kids. But when somebody come for them, or down talking them, or whatever the case may be, yeah, you want defend your child. Your child. You want to come to the forefront. You like, oh, no, no, no. You know what I'm saying? I don't dig that. Um, but in this profession, I just think that obviously there's no way around, what I'm saying, any kind of criticism when it comes to, your play, your style of play. Like everybody gets criticized. You know what I'm saying? The best player on the team, LeBron has gotten criticized. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, what I'm saying, goes through it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if LeBron didn't want to say like it was about him. You know what I'm saying? And said it about the kids so he can, I guess, you know, had that buck off moment, you know what I'm saying, where how he spoke to him and told him to keep his kid, like Stephen A said, like at that point it was a parent, you know what I'm saying, like coming at me, not the player.
Right.
So there was no way that I think he said thought that he could have any kind of comeback like that because, like I said, people was going to defend their children to the death, whether they right, wrong, or indifferent. So,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying. But if he would have known he wanted to, just like he said when he confirmed with the Richard Jefferson video that it was about him, you know what I'm saying? Like, things that he said that he should stop doing. That's when Stephen A was like, well, we could have had, a grown man conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like, with that, like, but I'm not saying LeBron did it for any of this, you know what I'm saying, publicity or, what I'm saying, anything like that. But something like that matter. I don't know if he thought that was the only time that he could say something to him. I don't know if he thought he couldn't, what I'm saying, like speak to him, maybe, in the back or anything like that. For this not to be, put under the microscope or on, on blast. Like Joel said, it was either the day of or the day after, him getting his contract. So that was big news, and what I'm saying, like, so I don't know, man. And Stephen A even explained on his show, man, too, that like that he knew pretty much that all this was like set up by the league from the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like Bronny getting into the NBA, him playing for the Lakers, and he was like, people don't understand. He's like, when I say I cover the NBA, he's like, I mean, I covered the NBA. He's like, y'all guys might talk about it, but he's like, man, y'all don't talk to, the commissioner. Y'all don't talk to these NBA execs, what I'm saying, that work in these offices, what I'm saying, that be in the building behind the scenes. He was like, I do. What I'm saying? So he was just like, I knew. He was like, I sat back. He said, I didn't say anything. What I'm saying? He was like, from the time he was at USC, he said, from him getting drafted, he said, I said nothing about that kid. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like me covering the NBA. He was like, I already heard, through the NBA execs that they knew that this kid wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, and I still didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? But he was just like, I get, who I am and the platform I carry. And, what I'm saying? If I say something, people want to listen. They're going to, what I'm saying, take that information and run with it. He's like, but I said nothing about this kid. Because he was like, I was just sit back and I watched the show pretty much, you know what I'm saying, that they get the fans, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
and he was just like he knew what it was be, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like they had the Griffies, at the game. He was just like everything was calculated, man. And he
Mhm.
was like, and again, he was like, I didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it wasn't until I think he said he might have dropped something, said something that night, you know what I'm saying, about it or whatever. And then the game when they played when the Lakers had played Philly here, and Maxie was I guess he was cooking on Brownie, and then like after the game, that's when he was just like, "Yo, LeBron, you gotta stop. Like, you got this guy out here with all this pressure on him. He's not ready. He should have stayed in the D League or should have went back to school." Like, and then that was I think that was like, because I think he even said that Draymond Green don't even like talk to him anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like because of that, like he should. They don't think he should have said, what I mean, I guess made that comment, what I mean, or whatever this and that. So it's deeper than obviously Paul's than what we seeing on the forefront, of course, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that the interview on Gil's Arena, it was quite interesting. Like I said, it was about 41 minutes where they went in on that subject. But he was on that show for like over 2 hours. I mean, I
Jeez.
ain't tap in for the whole interview, but yeah, man, that joint was wild, man. It's a crazy subject. Like I said,
Hmm.
it's like you like obviously, as a father, like I commend LeBron for obviously standing up. What I'm saying, for his children, because I would do the same thing. You know what I'm saying. But and then at the end of the day, I mean, Stephen A's job is to analyze and like I say, criticize that he does a lot. You know what I'm saying, with everybody. You know what I'm saying. So that just comes with
But
the nature of the business, and it sucks that it happens to obviously one of the greats, kids. But
Tone. The reason why Stephen A. don't say nothing about these kids that's in high school is because they're kids. You know what I mean? Like you don't say something about someone's kid. They're a kid. You know what I mean? So you don't want to mess with somebody's kid. The difference is now is that Bronny is in the NBA. He's a grown man.
well, that's what Stephen A. said. He
Right.
said I don't cover. He said I don't cover college, and I said I don't cover high school. So he was like I wouldn't ever obviously speak on
Right.
those kids or whatever, like you said, to your point, the kids. But he was just like, I cover the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now I can talk about it, or I can have my opinions or my
Hmm.
views, or you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah, because these
like I
are
said,
these are professional athletes now. If they make it to the NBA, you're a professional athlete. Doesn't matter who kid you are. Just like Ty said on IG, she said everyone in the NBA is somebody's son. So you're right. Like, no, everyone there is a son in some kind of way. So, like, but these are grown men. And if he's in that league, he's a grown man. And the same way that his father can be, you know, criticized the last seconds of the game. Remember, he had the big old mantra over him that he could never finish a game. He could never go ahead and bring a team over the threshold by himself. He could never carry a team. Remember, he had all that thresholds. He had all those problems that was over his head that he had to go ahead and try to squash. So when someone starts saying something bad about your son in any of those type of ways, you're going to go and try to defend him. He's a grown man now. This you gotta let him go and have his own bumps and bruises throughout, his whole entire career, because this is now his career. Just
well,
saying.
when LeBron retires, he's gonna, actually have to go, through the rest of his career without. So is he going, jump out the third row and and
Right.
step to media? Like at that point, like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like if it was about his son, then obviously I guess we can, look along the lines. But apparently it wasn't. So
He can handle that criticism now. He's a grown man. I'm just saying he has no choice but to, because now he's in the NBA. He's going to be criticized like crazy, way more than that, like way more than ever. You know what I mean? So it's going to happen.
or way more than just like because they even they even saying like why does he even get talked about as much? He was the 55th pick. I mean, what's his last name?
Right.
That's the reason. That's the only reason why. It don't matter whether if he was good or not, or not. It's that last name.
Go ahead, Joe.
No. I was just, you put it up. I saw Stokes jump on YouTube. Shout out to Stokes and
Yeah.
Gino, and I don't know what the hell Seattle's doing over there, but
Yo, I told y'all
yeah.
he was up at the job that day, and we were talking, yo, and he said it, yo. I think we about to probably trade. We were looking to trade Gino to the
To
Raiders,
Las
and I was
Vegas.
like, yeah. He was like, yeah, man. And as soon as it happened, he texted my jack like, what I tell you, yo? What I tell you? I was like, what? The Raiders? He was like, yup. I was like, damn, that
Now you got
Gino out
Sam
of
Darnold.
here. Yeah,
So
right now you got this Darnold guy.
Mine is DK. Mine is Tyler Lockett. Like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah. So they try to make Darnold look like Darnold again.
that's a shame. All those weapons Seattle had, and
Yo, we gonna really see now. Obviously, I ain't gonna say I'm glad that happened, but just him, signing in Seattle. Now we gonna see what kind of quarterback he really was, or obviously, but I mean, I'm not saying it like this, but of course we know how great Justin Jefferson is.
That's the
But
reason. That's the
but
reason why.
but we're going to see because what Seattle give him? What they checked him 3 years, 100 million, something like that, right?
Something crazy. I
We
could
about to
pull it
find
up.
out.
Because I think they showed like him and what you call it got kind of the same contract. Him and Baker Mayfield because they was both with who was they both on the same team with? Was it Carolina? They was both with Carolina together, and they both went and got 3 year, $100 million contract.
3 years,
What? $1.5.
$100.5 million contract.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
let's see if he worth that. Because I ain't gonna front. Bigger showed he worth that. But
True.
let's see what Darnold do.
So
I
Ty was
think it's the Jefferson effect. I mean,
Oh
you
yeah,
saw
well we
Kirk
know.
Cousins. Kirk
Well,
Cousins go to Atlanta. He had Drake London.
he's
Like,
out of a
dude,
job, and they wasted what 84 million. They said they don't even care
right?
about that. Get out of here, buddy.
I don't know, man.
You got to bring Justin Jefferson with you, man. Damn.
Yeah, it
Well,
should be a
good,
package deal. Good luck.
good luck, Dan. Darren better be out there running routes, trying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Trying to go catch some passes out in Seattle, man.
Like how you get rid of Lockett and Metcalf, and then say, "All right, now we're going to sign $1 million
Quarterback.
like quarterback."
It don't make
Yo,
no sense, man.
but
It
wait,
don't make no sense.
Time out though. Did Darnold sign before DK got traded?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
no, no. After.
he got Duke. It was after.
No, no, no. I'm sorry.
Before,
Yeah,
right?
it was after.
It was after.
It was after.
He signed after.
They
Oh,
trade.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh
they
well, no,
traded
don't get me
him, and
wrong.
then they signed him.
He was going to
Don't get me
sign
wrong.
anyway, just like
Right,
these
right.
other guys. It's just
Ain't
like
nobody leaving them
everybody
on the
went
table.
on the Eagles. I can't blame Sweat. I can't blame Milton. They went and got the bag. Like, it's
Bag.
like, can I get mad as an Eagles fan for what? Like, yo, they went and changed their whole life with these contracts. It's like, yo, we couldn't pay them. So it's like, all right, go ahead, man, go get your money. Thank you for the Super Bowl. You probably won't win another one in
Fact.
Arizona.
Well,
but
hey man, if you really think about
but
it, yo, like some people play this game. Some people play this game for money. Some people play this game for legacy and championship things like that. I think in football, man, we've all seen it. Like championships is hard to come by. You know what I'm saying in the NFL. And shit, man, if you win, you know what I'm saying, the Super Bowl, like in a prime of your career, and like you overlook, you can stay somewhere, you know what I'm saying, build a legacy and get all these Super Bowls, man. But then you think about it, football is a grueling sport, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, where people obviously have career enders, right? And like I
Mhm.
said, you play this game, you win a Super Bowl early in your career at a decent, part of your career, whereas though you can go get paid, you know what I'm saying, go get some money or get a contract offer. And it's like, shit, I didn't want a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And let me go ahead and secure a legacy, you know what I'm saying, for my family. You know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. And that normally happens, you know what I'm saying, with Super Bowl winning teams, man. You know what I mean? They lose people to now, you know what I mean? Because what the two it's like always the number one team and the two team in the conference always what has like the most pro bowlers, right? So that means that they're the best team. So everybody's watching those guys, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the two teams that make the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the year, those free agents from both of those teams, the winning team and the losing team, is going to be sought after because they played the best through this year. They got their team to that the point of that season where everybody wants to be. You know what I'm saying? So boom, everybody's under the microscope, and they gonna throw that chicken at you, even if the player ain't even really worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like shit, man. You contribute it to something that we want to do. You know what I'm saying? Something that we want to try to do. And hey, we have a need at the position that you play. We're gonna throw it. Like the boy Milton Williams is now the highest paid New England Patriot, per annual, year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if it was
Ever.
obviously the
ever,
largest contract, you know what I'm
ever
saying?
in the
Like in their
organization,
history,
yeah,
right? And they have a
that's
quarterback that's the
crazy.
GOAT. They have a quarterback that's the GOAT. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, I ain't no shade to Milton, Williams. I'm not saying he's not worth, you know what I'm saying, what they signed him, but it's just like, yo, just the money is going the money is going to take over at some point when you win a Super Bowl. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like when you get the championship, it ain't gonna matter.
Listen, I
$26
don't
million
blame
a
any of
year.
those guys for getting their bag, man. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen the following day. You know what I
Fact.
mean? Giving hometown discounts for what? You won the Super Bowl? Is like, listen, I'm going. Like they, especially in Milton's case, just think about it. He's someone in the last 3 years that's been progressing and ascending. So I still think he's going to put in some work over there, especially with Vrabel over there. But man, for him it's just mind-boggling the numbers that he got and him being the highest paid in history for that organization. But man,
Um,
shout out to him. He got the Super Bowl. He got the bag. He's the man. He's chilling now. You know what I
Yo,
mean? So shout out to him and thank you for what you did for the Eagles, man.
facts. Yo, so he has a legacy. He will always be a champion. Like you can't take that away. And he had a great Super Bowl. So you can never take that away. You're gonna look at those highlights, you're gonna see him in there. You know what I mean? So he has now a legacy, and now he has generational money.
Right. Same thing with Sweat. He almost was the MVP of the Super Bowl if it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
for Jalen. And then, like Tone was saying, it's more so the fact that these teams want these players that already made it to the Super Bowl and actually won. So you have that guy in the locker room that could say, yo, he knows what it takes. He's been there. He's done that. And you can, like whatever defensive scheme you're planning, you could let these guys know, like, look, this is what worked. This is what doesn't work. And obviously the whole team chemistry thing that they could build off of.
Everybody want to poach off of the winners, and hope that their play at that winning organization translate over to where they're at. But I mean, Milton Williams went ahead and did his thing, but he did have Jalen Carter sitting right next to him. He did have Jordan Davis sitting right next to him. If you're making $26 million a year, bro, you're the one that's going to be double now. It's not going to be Jalen Carter. It's not going to be Jordan Davis. You're going to be the one double.
Yeah,
Now
and
we want the same. We want the same production.
that was one of the biggest things that I heard through the last couple days. The one commentator was speaking on that. He was like, that was the one thing that he didn't know. Not that they didn't deserve the money, but he was like, I hope these teams are factoring in who they had on that line, and they had the one-on-one matchups. Now they still were able to win that one-on-one matchup, but like you said, now they're gonna be the ones getting double teamed on that team because they ain't paying nobody else 100 mil on the team. You know what I mean?
But
Just
guess what? Like, like on the flip side of it though, like all that don't even matter. Like because if he doesn't do it, how much of that money is guaranteed? You know what I'm saying? Like so, I mean, he got a Super Bowl.
mm-hmm.
So, at the end of the day, I'm not saying that he won't, care or, what I'm saying, try to get better. But I just know, I mean, shit, he got to know now, shit. I am making, this 26, 27 mil, per year. I got to, step my game up. I know he should have in his mindset now. Like, I know I'm going to get double team, what I'm saying. I know they're going to design, plays for me, what I'm saying. But like to Joel's point, hopefully, Ray will put him in the right situations, what I'm saying, where he can be effective and where he may not have to get doubled all the time. Or, what I'm saying, hey, look, just get up in that weight room, what I'm saying? Now you gotta pay while you wait now, what I'm saying? Like you getting you getting that bread, what I'm saying? Got to definitely earn it. So, what I'm saying, like I said, on the flip side, all that ain't gonna really matter, like I said, unless he's just out there flat out to be, be stinking, to be a bum or whatever. But hey man, he don't care about that. He's securing that wealth for the future.
You ready for this, y'all? You ready for this? $104 million contract, right? $24 million at signing. 51 million fully guaranteed.
He said, "Mama, we made it."
Mama.
and he's like, "Now I gotta go spend it. Forget that weight room."
I mean, look, he made it from being a third round pick that there was even people in the Eagles organization that was not happy when they drafted them because they was looking for for them to draft somebody else. They go from that player to the top paid Patriot. Like that's another legacy he can hold on to. It's like I signed with the Patriots that had, like you said, Tone, the GOAT on the roster, and I'm the highest paid in the history of the Patriots. That's crazy.
Yeah, definitely
Crazy.
bragging rights. Back in 2025, I was the highest paid.
Like you know Tom Brady? You heard Tom Brady, right? You
Mm-hmm.
heard Tom Brady?
I
Yeah, I
made
make more
more
money
money than
than him.
him. I'm the organization. I'm the franchise.
Family. Tom Brady's contract was $12 million on average while he was there. $12 million a year. He literally getting paid double what he's getting paid per year.
Like now, I know the money has changed, and
Right.
everything. You know what I'm saying, Roger. So the contracts that obviously we are seeing these players getting. Now it's like we would have to do like a money comparison as far as the time when these contracts were signed back then versus what they were, because it's probably like almost worth the same amount. But if we're going by the dollar amounts, of course, what I'm saying, it definitely exceeds everything because yo, Tom Brady could have cornered the market every year going into
Mhm.
the season, right? But he didn't. You know what I'm saying? And save that bread. You know what I'm saying? Wait, I don't think he probably never ever had to really renegotiate his contract because he never really, what I'm saying, stuck him up. Like, but that money was able to be spread around the New man. And they built a dynasty off of not only having, arguably obviously the GOAT, the best quarterback to ever play the game, but to also have him say, what I'm saying, I don't even really want all the bread, what I'm saying, I don't really want everything. But what I'm saying, go ahead and sign that special team or sign the best special team, you know what I'm saying? Because we need that. I know that works in football, you know what I'm saying? We might need that. What I'm saying? Go get the best kicker, man. Let's go get Vinatieri, man. Get him the money that, what I'm
Mhm.
saying, he gonna need to keep him here in New England, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, let's go ahead and go sign two tight ends, man. Let's go ahead and go get Gronk. Let's go, even though they went and got a killer, you know what I'm saying? But they still had him, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Brady was even, what I mean, like a GOAT in that aspect, you know what I'm saying? Like if he played it that way. I'm not sure if that's what he was really, what I'm saying, thinking, man. But yo,
But
the money nowadays that these dudes is getting, man, is crazy, man.
but
It is
tone,
crazy.
but tone.
I,
Here's the
I
big
thought that.
thing though. What?
No, I was gonna say. I know you're talking about the contracts and comparing, but I'm still trying to wrap my head around how the hell the New York Giants GM gives 36 million to Darius Slayton, but didn't give it to Saquon last year.
Yeah, he's an idiot. He's
Yeah,
an idiot to
I
re-sign
saw
that
that. I
boy.
was like, oh my god, bro. I'm like, this is crazy. You can't even make this shit up, bro.
You can't. You can't. Yo,
But who
this is
is
what I
their
was going to say.
quarterback though?
To be continued. Here's the here's what I was going to say, Tom. The way you talking, right? You Tom Brady's not in the Hall of Fame yet, right?
Well, he ain't been away from the game that long, so right.
So it's not like you're proving my point. It's not like he retired like 10 years ago and the money has changed. He still has like 4 more years of eligibility, before he even can make it into the Hall of Fame. Therefore, he just retired just not too long ago. So the money that he got, like back then or not too long ago, like compared to the money that he signed when he was with the Buccaneers, it wasn't all that crazy. I mean, but it wasn't all that long ago. Like they just peeling right now. They just peeling.
Yeah,
But
that's
like
how
you said,
every year the fucking salary go up. Like so,
crazy.
it's astronomical, man. What these dudes is getting now, man, and don't even be really obviously all worth it. Like I said, but then it's like everybody who signs, if it's one great player, what I'm saying, whatever the position is, the next great player is going to sign for more than that.
And here's the thing, right? As a fan of, and okay, I'm not going to talk to you, about you no more, Tom, because you say you kind of dismissed them. But as no, the fans of the Dallas Cowboys, for example, you should have signed, or they should have signed, like Micah, for example, like a year ago. After now, with Myles Garrett and what he got, what?
Yeah,
Mike is going to be boop.
40. They saying 42. They they already saying they're estimating that he will probably garner a 42 million per year contract.
Hit him with the Jackie Robinson number. He
Hmm.
said 42. Don't talk to me unless it's north of 42. Damn.
Yo, Stokes said, "Nah, being a Cowboys fan is a life contract. There's no escaping that."
That would be valid if it was from a Cowboys fan. How can a Seattle fan make that rule?
Said, "Cup to the Cowboys, or what?" Cup ain't going no Cowboys.
Man, they've been signing. They ain't really been signing no top tier free agents. They
Yeah,
don't
Todd.
spend no money. They don't spend no money when it
They
comes to
got
free agents.
Javante Williams. Just finally got a running back.
They don't. They
Right.
don't. They don't spend no bread. They ain't spun. They said double digit million free agent signing since the boy Greg Hardy back in 2015. So they don't spend no bread in free agency. So they ain't gonna get cut. Just for that reason alone. Not because they don't need them or because the price tag not right.
Man, they saving every penny for that 42 mil for
Yeah,
Parsons.
right, right,
Every penny, and they should have
right.
already signed him. They should have
Yo,
already signed.
can you imagine if they let him go though? Like they
Oh,
can't. They can't.
right.
There's no way.
Right, yeah, Jerry gonna pay the luxury tax because he already doing it, for other guys. So he
All
just
right,
going, like I said, he's just gonna give them that 42
all right. I got a question for y'all. Justin Fields going to the Jets.
for 40.
Now, good move for the Jets or bad move for the Jets? I think a good move, actually.
I think it's the last chance for Justin Fields move.
Yeah, for
That's
real.
the move.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I
he's
get they
still.
put, his college teammate and him, together and all that stuff. So I mean, listen, man, I mean, I think this is his one opportunity and his last opportunity, I should say, not his one opportunity yet. He's already had two. But
Yeah,
the second one, I don't want to, not that I want to discount what he did in Pittsburgh, but he came into a unique situation where you had Russ and him there. So I think this is his kind of like his last, you have to have to put up right now.
yo, Will, chill, Will, chill. He said, it's the Jets. Facts. But I'm just saying, it's I like the idea of him being over with the Jets and then now playing with the wide receiver that he played with in college that he has a good rapport with.
Man, yo, man, you
Uh,
really do. I mean, he had that was in Ohio State. It
yeah,
wasn't in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what they can do in the NFL. They ain't no work together. Like I get they know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
yeah, they know their locker room presence, but they ain't ran no routes in the NFL together. That don't mean it's just gonna work. Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers did. They died last year on the field with the Jets. So that don't matter if you play with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. It's a different situation, man. But like to Will's point, man, it's the Jets, yo. And I'm still not sold on Justin Fields. He still got to prove himself. I love to prove myself for 40 million a year. I'll tell you that.
fact.
But you know what I'm saying?
You
I ain't mad
damn
at
right.
him. Yeah, I ain't mad at him. You know what I'm saying on that note, man. But I don't see him really going over there, tearing nothing up, going, pause, you know what I'm saying? Having the Jets here and there. I could be wrong as well too, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. It's just it's a need that the Jets, you know what I'm saying, needed. That's I guess who they thought was the best, and maybe because he played with my man at Ohio State, that was what sold him.
Here's the real question for Larry. First game of the year, Justin Fields runs on the field with an American flag.
I am a real American.
You don't think they're gonna roll out the red carpet like they did for Aaron Rodgers? No.
Hell
He
no, man.
better not.
Oh
He
man,
better not.
it's
Hell
gonna be
no.
interesting though. They got a new coach. Glenn's over there, so we
Mhm.
we gonna see. We're gonna see. I think they just gonna run the ball. I mean, I would be run first, Brees Hall all day, and then
Absolutely.
just go from there.
Absolutely. Speaking of like quarterbacks that can run, uh, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, $14 million 1 year contract, bro,
No,
with the
it was
Colts.
more than that. I thought it was more than that.
No, $14 million deal, 13.5 fully guaranteed.
So it's him and Richardson in Indy, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Try.
Daniel Jones would be starting.
Yep.
That's crazy. Trying to think what other standouts. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Oh, Najee Harris going over to the Chargers. I think that's a good move for the Chargers. Now
Yeah,
they actually have, a legitimate, really good running back that's younger compared to, when they had. Well, I mean, I was a fan of my man Eckler, but no, I think Najee Harris is actually a good pickup.
And I'm not sure about that. They had J.K. Dobbins and Edwards, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think he ran well in Pittsburgh, but Harbaugh does run the ball more, so we'll see. Because they got away from the running game in Pittsburgh.
yeah, he got a better quarterback at least. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they can get the play action working, you know what I'm saying, out there. You know what I'm saying? If Herbert, you know what I'm saying, show up.
Herbert.
So
Uh, and to answer your question, the Giants have Tommy DeVito.
no, I know. I mean, I know they had him, but
They
he,
just
I
resigned
mean,
him.
they that's nobody.
Pizza, pizza,
Yeah,
DeVito.
yeah,
DeVito.
yeah. They be drafting. Oh, yeah, they should be drafting a quarterback, man.
That's Danny DeVito's cousin. Shit.
Tommy DeVito,
Yeah.
my
Th-
cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
There was two youths.
Two youths.
No other major like moves. I know this offseason's been kind of odd. A lot of re-signing of the same their players back. Still waiting for a couple big names. I know Eagles wise waiting for what's going to happen to Becton. Uh, a
What
lot of
about
other
y'all?
moves
What
are
about
happening.
y'all? What y'all think about the CJGJ John? What happened with that?
I think that's a he does it to himself, man. I mean, like with the whole cryptid thing, but he tried to say it was directed to the sleigh, and then I don't know, man. He just causes too unnecessary much attention. Like it's definitely a hit, man. Like I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he's a definitely playmaker, man. I'm not taking anything away from his game, but
Facts.
I don't know when these guys are gonna start looking at themselves and like saying, like, bro, like you just kind of need to say less and just kind of keep quiet, and you get paid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And be on a good team. I think that's the biggest thing with him. It's like for instance, like if we're all like us three making a decision and we're looking at this player and it's high risk, high reward. The high risk comes in where he's gotten kicked out of games. He's very wears the heart on his sleeves, quick to go on social media, say whatever he feels and all that stuff. That's someone that's like high risk of doing and I don't want to say something dumb off the field, but it's highly possible that he's highly likely to go off course and do something like that to that effect versus just kind of like being smart and just falling back and not really saying much. You know what I mean? I get having that grit and that talk on the field, but like he takes it off the field and does that stuff, and it kind of he gets in his own way. You know what I mean? And great talent, man. I'm definitely going to miss him, man.
Me too.
He definitely you seen the difference that one year we didn't have him, but
Mm-hmm.
he's kind of like his worst enemy, man. Like you got to think the amount of money that we was just talking about that's being thrown around to these athletes and especially the DBs. It's gonna be like, bro, like how you want us to give you this significant amount of money when like not that they want to control you, but it's like, bro, you gotta make smart, know what to say, what not to say, and put yourself in a position where you could cash the hell in, and then you know what I mean, just fall back. But it's definitely a big hit.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, as a fan, I mean, you like you said, Joel, you saw the fight that he gave the team. You know what I mean? It's like, the team carried themselves differently in 24 compared to 23. I mean, you saw the difference. Now, granted, I think the team is going to continue to show that type of grit and toughness in 25 because now we do have a Jalen Carter that's no longer a rookie, that's actually shown himself to be a dominant player that's right there in the center. And I think the attitude is going to be, kind of like driven from him. So I think the attitude's there. Oh, and also, I mean, a Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, and you got the silent
Another
one
tough
in
kid.
Mitchell that does
Yeah,
his assignment, don't say nothing, and you
but
saw
tough.
him, like if you saw him at the parade, he was hammered. Like he definitely know how to celebrate, but you don't see him going on Twitter or anything like that, and like starting shit. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, yo, organizations don't like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because it's like, as soon as you start letting that type of behavior on the team that compromise like the message or what or how you trying to like get things going in the right direction and make sure that you got that good chemistry and that protecting the brand. It's like, bro, like how you gonna pay this dude? Like you get people that want, all right, I'm gonna start acting that way too. You know what I mean? And testing those waters.
Ty said that she think that move was personal, and she also said that and how we trust. Bob was not happy when you first heard about CJ, and I agree with that. I wasn't happy either. I was confused. You
I
know,
initially thought when it happened, well, first the whole thing that happened with the whole him going back at Slay,
right?
I was like, man, if there was ever a thought of us bringing back Slay
It
for
was this
another
now.
year,
Yeah,
I think they were like, hey, now we got to do something with him because how you gonna bring him back when they beefing, and all that stuff. But who knows? I don't know if there was anything to that
right.
or anything to like she was saying it was kind of a thing. But maybe that was a conversation behind closed doors when they made that contract and that they negotiated last year. Like, listen, man, we miss you and all, but there's certain things that we want to address before we bring you back. And then with the whole thing that happened, maybe they were like, look, man, not even a year in, and look how you acting. You know what? Let's just clean our hands and
Mm-hmm.
move on.
And also too, I mean, we just don't know exactly what may have happened that we are not privy to knowing. Is a reason why like the guy Big Dom is Big Dom. You know what I mean? Like how you don't hear nothing about any of these players ever. You know what I mean? Like, so we don't know exactly. Now, granted, I don't want to say that it was anything like that. Trust me, but we just don't. We don't know the whole entire story, and we're never going to know the whole entire story of why they made a decision like this. It just sucks that we got a situation where they had to make that decision, and I think he's going to be, like a major loss. But if they fill that position with a player that's capable of running that position and doing it correctly, I think we'd be okay. I think they'll be okay. Just got to trust in the young boys, and like everyone's saying, you got to trust in Howie. Just saying, we'll see.
What's the alternative? Not a damn thing. That's all you can do.
Facts.
Like honestly.
Yeah, facts. Any other NFL free agency moves that y'all want to talk about before we get ready to close out?
Now, the only thing I want to highlight is definitely Minnesota is the team that I think has done the biggest significant moves
Mm-hmm.
thus far. And if that young bull come to play, I mean, he got
Ooh,
Justin Jefferson. If Sam Darnold could do it, I have faith that he could do it as well.
I agree. I agree. How about you, Tom?
Nah, so I mean, people have been going all over the place. Uh,
A lot of people.
you know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, it's a lot of, pieces to the puzzle that just, what I'm saying, went all across the league, man. Everybody trying to seem like, what I'm saying, they trying to bolster up that roster, man, and, compete. Um, uh, oh, you know what was funny? So it was a report earlier that had came out that Joey Bosa that had signed with
Right.
and signed with the Niners, right?
I saw that too.
Then they switched it like 2 hours later. Say he signed
To
with Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I was like, wait a minute. I thought
I'm
the
like,
brothers was reunited. I'm like, oh, they gonna have
It
a
was
good
by
time. I think.
2.5 mil. 12,
Yeah,
12.5 versus 10. I'm like, damn,
yeah,
you ain't want to stay with your brother for 2.5. He's like,
yeah.
hell
I
no, I'm
said,
not.
man, I see him at Thanksgiving. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said, damn, that was. I thought that was messed up. But
that was
I
He
mean,
funny.
said,
messed up because they reported it. You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
first, and then like I said, I was like, wait. I was like, I was like, hold on, wait. I thought he was with the Niners. I'm like, what? What's this? He with Buffalo now? I'm like, what just happened here? But you know what I'm saying? Same thing had happened. With a couple years ago with the Cowboys and Randy Gregory when it was reported that he signed with Dallas. Then he
Yeah.
like 45 minutes later he signed with Denver. We like, what the hell? But I was like, damn, that was crazy though. I heard that they first reported that and then they
Can't-
they reneged that joint. They said, nope, gotcha, bitch, and pulled that joint back. I said, damn.
2.5 million. You're gonna show up with that Bugatti.
Yeah, right now he can. Yeah, now he can.
Like let me pull up in this Bugatti, powder blue.
they probably was trying to get it like the hometown discount. Like, hey, come play with
Yeah,
your brother for
facts.
10. You like, man, they offered me 12, 12.5. Me and my brother going to split the 2.5, and I'm still going to have more money than y'all gave me.
And it feels like everybody's leaving the 49ers right now. It feels like that's just like a dumpster fire. That's just that like it's a big rig that's just pouring oil in the water as it's
And,
going.
and,
It's just
and they're going to have to pay their quarterback soon, too.
Hmm.
uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all that's man, it's getting real hairy around. That that's the biggest surprise so far is all these guys that are getting dropped, like that are being let go. I mean, you could put
Mhm.
together a good fantasy football team with all the amount of receivers that
Yeah.
are still out there, the running backs that are still out there, and you're looking at it like, damn, like, you know, 2, 3 years ago, these guys were like, I'm not getting rid of Cooper Cup. You crazy? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's a lot of guys still out there.
And a lot of
Yeah,
people
man.
still on the trade block too. Like, it's a lot of guys you're hearing this on trade block. It's just like, nah, I can't see them getting rid of this player, and they're on the trade block.
Yeah, that's how
It's
see they
crazy,
got your boy on the trading block, boy Dallas guys, right?
which doesn't make sense. But I, I think that had to do with just money, with just negotiation.
Yeah, money and he gets
Open that
hurt
trade block.
too.
Facts. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
but
definitely. I mean, man, we won't have to pay a lot of people if everybody plays or keeps ascending. Like, think about all the young guys that are on the team. But I'm not
mhm,
going to get into too much Eagles talk.
facts. Yeah, that's why we have Eagles corner. Come here, sir. Uh, so there's one more thing I want to go ahead and talk. I want to go ahead and show y'all, and I'm going to leave out the major, say, details from this out because we're going to be talking about children here. So leaving out the young ladies' names, leaving out their schools, we're just going to focus on the situation. So did y'all see about the two girls running track and the one girl hit the other girl on the head with a baton?
Yeah, yeah, seen that. Yep.
Just in case, for the ones at home that did not see it.
Running side by side as they round the corner with Kaylin on the outside, Kaylin's mother cheering her on. Just as Kaylin is passing the other runner, the athlete swings her baton, striking Kaylin.
Crazy. I didn't want to go. Like I said, I didn't want to guys more into it because that's what we're talking about children here. Uh, that whole Hi Sharon. That whole situation is just crazy to me. You know what I mean? And I think the biggest thing for me too about that is uh, the young lady, was found in the news crying. The one that hit, that you don't know the whole story. I know she. we heard you had talking about how emotional, how her man. Now, granted, the young lady got a concussion and got a fractured skull.
Man,
Crazy.
imagine LeBron being her dad.
Ah,
I had to lighten it up. I had to tie it in.
yo,
I'm sorry I couldn't help myself. But
Man,
no, man, I mean, it's definitely, they were talking about this the other day too, man, where, just in general, like, just these athletes, like these young athletes, just getting into it. And then not only that, like the parent side where they take it overboard. It was just happening in Jersey where there was at a wrestling match, and not even the parent of the wrestler, it was just parent of the other wrestler, starts this whole big fight in the high school and all this stuff. It's just crazy. But man, I felt bad for her, man. I heard she got that concussion. I was like, damn, bro. But
yeah,
I don't know how deep it was, man. I mean, listen, like it's just, man. Unfortunately, it happens.
right. And I mean, I was looking at it from the point of view of like, yo, if you're mad because the girl passed you, or the girl's passing you, no, it's
Run
be
faster.
better, be
Run
better,
faster.
be better. You don't
Uh,
smack the person upside the head because she mad.
Bro, you think about it in sports history, you always hear some crazy stuff like that, like the Tanya Hardin thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just think back, and you always have these random things that like this that happen. I mean,
hmm
it just sucks that these was young kids.
Right. And it's a shame because they're both talented runners, and one career may be 100% over because
yeah.
of everything. Like she's being sued, like her parents being sued and everything right now. It's crazy.
Dude, because you
I'm
think about it, running, like your mind is focused. Like, I mean, just getting hit, expecting to get hit if you in the fight, just running and then just getting knocked out like that. Like, it was horrible, man.
Yeah.
like it's just crazy because then what was crazy to me was the interview. You know what I'm saying? Like afterwards, where she fixed her lips to say that she didn't do it on purpose. Like it was like what the act of her running, like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, who runs like this? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never ran, you know what I'm saying, down the basketball court and socked somebody, you know what I'm saying, as I'm running down the court because that's just the motion of the running. You know what I'm saying? Like and then you try to use the crocodile tears, you know what I'm saying, to try to say, you didn't do it on purpose. I would never do that. Yes, you did. You did. And my thing is, you hit the wrong girl because it was somebody else way in front of both of y'all. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So you clocked the wrong chick. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you know what I'm saying? Or I guess you told somebody I'm coming in second place or else. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't blame you said the parents want to take legal action or you know what I'm saying, whatever they doing, in that matter, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame them because you know what I mean? Like you said, get better. You know what I'm saying? Get in the gym, get better, get faster. You know what I'm saying? Train a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? So, won't nobody pass you up on the last leg. Where you got to have a thought, you know what I'm saying, to clunk this girl, upside the head. Or maybe it's a backstory. I'm not saying that the action is warranted, but maybe it was a backstory. I don't know if these girls maybe had, words before the race, you know what I'm saying, the locker room, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? They could have been talking trash about winning the race amongst each other, and where that could have came from there. Like I said, it still doesn't warrant the action of what this girl did, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying. Of course, all we can do is judge of what happened. You know what I'm saying, what we've seen. You know what I'm saying, but I'm sure there was some backstory between them two. You know what I'm saying, for that to happen like that because that don't happen in races all the time. People get passed
Yeah.
up in races all the time. You know what I'm saying. You don't ever see somebody crack them upside the head just because they passed them. You know what I'm saying, so. Maybe, like I said, maybe a little bit something else happened, between them two.
Like that was an emotional swing too. Like that. No, that was a swing. That wasn't just a no and try to run past. No, that was an emotional way back. That's my water boy sound. Uh, type of clock. So I don't know. As a parent, it's now I'll be the one like, no, you meant to do that. Tell them that you meant to do it. Take the punishment. You did it, and go ahead and roll out that way. Instead of like these parents now, like her parents, she would never do anything like that. Why were y'all even thinking? Because the slow motion showed the fact that she went water boy face and swung. Okay, whatever. Once again, talking about kids now, so let's not talk too bad about it.
I'm having a hard time containing myself because it's funny in a way, man. I'm sorry. She's like, you ain't winning shit today. I ain't winning. You ain't winning either. It's mad. It's bad, man. Hopefully, she's not allowed on the track and field ever again, bro. Can you imagine your kid wants to run track and then you see her come on the field? You're like, oh, hell no.
No.
Come back. You ain't running against her.
The Devastator's back.
Right, man. That's crazy, man.
Lil Miriam, she asked, did she get suspended? She definitely did.
Man, she should never be able to run ever again.
Yeah, she definitely banned. Like, I don't know what grade that girl is in, but she got to be banned for all high school, kind of events, man. Because who knows if she's going to do it again.
They need to put her picture on every track field. Not allowed.
Or run at your own risk with a
run at your own risk. Something.
With her on as the spokesperson for it. And she could have. What if she probably had a like a college, you know what I'm saying, on scholarship, track, you know what I mean? Like, what if she had all that? Did that get taken away?
Ms. Yasmin, she said there was 2 views how she hit her, and it wasn't an accident. Exactly.
All I needed was the one view. All I needed was the one view, and I knew that shit was on purpose. I didn't even need another view to see that she went like she cracked shorty. You know what I mean? Maybe, hey, listen, maybe she's trying to get WWE to call her. You know what I'm saying? Like be in a steel cage match or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, maybe the whole thing would be faster. It was like, was the announcer like Steve Cole, whatever? Oh my God!
Yeah. Yo, somebody got to do a voiceover with that though, man. You got to have a voiceover with that.
It's too soon, bro. It's too soon.
Come on, man. It's out there, man. It's out there. I'm sure.
I'm surprised they ain't do a song for it.
Yeah. I'm sure it's something blooming.
Ty said this generation hates accountability. All true. All true. But the one thing we G&T had to be accountable for is the fact that we've been here for 1 hour and 22 minutes and counting, and y'all guys are still rocking with us. We appreciate every single one of y'all. Seriously, we appreciate every single one of y'all for tuning in, for giving y'all comments, for laughing along with us, even when they were messing with me earlier with the cover. Just know, people, it's about Stephen A. Smith, not Stephen and LeBron. So yeah, just popping in to say hello. Oh, go Ravens. Good night. That's exactly what the Ravens did this last season. They went good night.
Hey, yo, speaking of them, DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
How much does he have left?
Man, he dropped that wide open pass with Patrick Mahomes, bro. Like,
I don't know, man. Just like
the band back together, him and Henry.
just like you said earlier, Joe. Like that, obviously throughout the year, all the people who's free agents, you know what I'm saying. Like a couple years ago, during fantasy, they be, number one waiver wires or high draft picks. You know what I'm saying. For all of us who competed in fantasy, and for these dudes to still be free agents, man, and bouncing from team to team to team. Like D-Hop, how many teams he's been on in the last couple years, man? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I lost count.
And I just think obviously the Houston D Hop is what obviously I remember that was the beast. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been that. You know what I'm saying? In years, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know about what's my man from Buffalo? Well, he was with Buffalo, but now he's in Houston last year. Towards ACL.
Diggs.
Diggs, Amari Cooper, like obviously now Cooper Kupp. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely crazy out there with the free agent.
Sharon said not as bad as those Cowboys.
Yeah,
And
man.
and look, I'm gonna say this, right? There's certain faces and names that I see that I can actually recognize and read correctly, and I get actually very happy to see when they show up on Instagram or show up on YouTube. And one of them is Lil Mariam. I actually love seeing her face and her name on there and commenting.
Yeah, I wonder why.
The one that you met.
Yeah, right. I was about to say, I wonder why. I
The
wonder
one
why
that you
people
met.
love when
The one
she
that you met
shows
at
up.
Dimensions.
But hold
Now,
on,
now he keep buttering up. Now he buttering up now.
She
I'm
got
not
some
but
name
I'm
tags for
not
you. Look
buttering
at
up
that.
because
Yes,
that's
you
what
are.
she just said.
What she say?
Larry, we got name tags for you.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
happened, sis?
yeah.
We were good. What happened?
Any of the events
What happened?
that for the next up and coming events, please, people, please wear a name tag. We all actually, me and Joe would be at the front door giving them joints out, telling you to put your name on there, put it on right here, right above the heart. You know what I'm saying? So Cat could put a face to the name because
He can't get you in trouble.
yeah, yeah, man. He
He
gonna be
might
having
claim you as his daughter.
yeah. Yeah, he even doing that. He having you at places and events that you don't that you never been to, and he's claiming you on his taxes. So watch out for Cat, man. Watch out.
Well, first off, I can use every penny I can get. So that's not
We
even a
see, as we
problem.
see, as we see.
That's not even the problem. But I don't have to defend myself no more. Lil Marion's good seeing you on IG, not in person.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Good seeing
Uh,
you again. I mean, on IG.
Yes, on IG. And no, my daughter was not online today. So we're good. Forget y'all. Anyway, let's go ahead and close this thing out. Once again, we really do appreciate every single one of y'all for tuning in with us. Where would this show be without y'all guys? It'll be boring. And we're trying to bring some excitement to the conversation. We appreciate it for tuning in always. Now, Bird Gang, what you got?
Hey, listen, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And for the Bird Gang out there, don't worry. We got this. And how we trust. Let's get it.
You already know, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping into another episode of GNT Sports Talk, man. Episode 83. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for, like I said, tuning in, man. Continue to tune in every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that. Everything mixed up all in one, all in jumbo mumbo, man. But just do that, man. We love the support, man. Just, you know what I mean? Tap in with us, like I said, each and every week, 8 o'clock on YouTube and IG Live as well, too. And of course, like I said, every week, man, or every week me on here, man, I'm gonna promote it, man, because that's what I am. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Promote, man. But that's something that I'm involved, man, and show that I run every month, man, every third Friday. Other month, man, there's a show called Laugh the Pain Away, man. It's a poetically infused comedy, show that, well, you get free wine. You come out there, man, with three dope poets, man, three comedians. You know what I'm saying? They bless the stage, man. Like I said, free wine running all night, man. You know what I mean? Just come in, tap in with me, follow to me at Tona Promoter, man. Ticket link is in the bio. You know what I'm saying? Tickets start off $10, you know what I'm saying, when they first go on sale, man, but they grow up $5 every week, you know what I'm saying, up until show day. So man, tap in with me, man. Follow me, Tona Promoter, man. And I'm also a part of the podcast Link Crew. Philly, we got another live show that's coming up. It's in May. It's gonna be at King's Cafe. You know what I mean? It's gonna be called the Empire Strike Back. It's gonna be our third live event, man. So tap in with me with that too. I got, the ticket link if you want to buy the tickets, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna put on a good show, you know what I'm saying, with the rest of the crew at Podcast Link, man. So tap in with Tona Promoter, man. Got a lot going on, man. You know what I'm saying? More news to come for obviously GNT Sports Talk, Laugh the Pain Away, and Podcast Link. So tap in with your boy Tona Promoter, man. Until next week, let's get it.
Look, just so y'all guys know, at least my bloopers is appreciated. Yasmin said it wouldn't be a good show without Cap and his bloopers. I appreciate you, Ma. I try not to have them though. I try. I can't help it. Okay. But anyway, look, once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. God bless every single one of y'all. Until we see y'all guys later, have a great night. Peace.